Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge, and welcome back to Project Hospital, where last time we opened up our pathology department, and so far it's done absolutely nothing at all. No deceased people have gone their way, which I suppose, thinking about it, is quite a good thing, because that does mean that we're keeping people alive around the rest of the hospital, and that's a very positive thing, isn't it? We're a hospital, we want to make sure that people don't end up a bit dead, but on the flip side, our bank balance is definitely suffering because of this, because it did cost quite a bit to get this in. It was quite expensive to get all the rooms in and get all the floors and the walls and the computers and the chairs and the desks and the equipment and the plants. Don't forget the lovely plants. So it was very expensive to get it all kitted out and set up. And of course, we're paying two people as well. We're paying one doctor and one nurse to run pathology, in air quotes, but there's nothing for them to do. So they spend their time either playing solitaire on their computers, and don't deny that you don't play solitaire on your computers, doctor and nurse in pathology, because we've seen you do it. So they spend their time either playing solitaire or just kind of chilling out over here in the break room. So we're not really getting very good value for money from them. The department was very expensive and we're not recouping anything back, which is a little bit of a shame. And yeah, our bank balance is looking a little bit on the unhealthy side, I would say. Minus $5,265 right now. I mean, I suspect maybe our bank balance might be the next thing over in this department, possibly. But there we go. So what I think we should do is, I think we get time ticking on, just to see if we can get any tiny amount of money whatsoever. And as soon as we do get a very little bit of money, I know what we need to do. We need to go over here and we need to fix something that I didn't do last time. So at some point in the previous part, we built this isolation room over here. We spent quite a bit of money that we didn't really have. I think that was sort of funded by a bank loan, wasn't it? And it didn't get used. It didn't get used. Somebody had some sort of terribly infectious disease and instead they went into the ward. I think it then went into an outbreak and we're actually dealing with that now. So I was a bit confused as to why that wasn't being used. And I was looking, thinking, hang on a second, what's going on? I've got all the bits in, it's got a bed and it's got the monitors and all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, lots of people did spot what the problem was. Thank you very much to all of you lovely commenting people. There were quite a lot of you who spotted that there is no defibrillator, because I copied that bit over there with all the walls and the plant and the bed, but I didn't copy the defibrillator over here because they're kind of opposite the air gap doorway thing. So there's no defibrillator, which means that is not a valid zone. So it's zoned out. The zoning is okay. So somebody did say, oh, it's not zoned. It's zoned, but yes, it's lacking a defibrillator. Now, right now, of course, we can't afford to buy one of those, which is a little bit of a shame. So I think, let's get time ticking on. If we can just get another $5,000 from somewhere, we can get another defibrillator, put that just there, and we'll have a third little isolation room, which might stop these epidemic outbreak things, because they don't help. They proper hammer our prestige, and the lower prestige you have, as we've seen, you get less patients, you get less insurance money, and it generally goes bad. So really, we could do, here we go, hang on. We've got 3,700 money. That's so much money. Wow, look at all that lovely money that's not in red. Okay, so if we go to here, hang on, go to there, and go to, no, that's moving a door. Hang on a minute, I want to click on the room. There we go. Defibrillator on the wall, please. Defibrillator on the wall. You are the cheapest of them all. That was very cheap indeed. $490. That's okay. So now that's valid. That's a valid room. It's now properly up and running. Let's just go and check. And there we go. It's going to work. Hooray, we've got another isolation room up and running. So are they going to then move somebody over here who might have a potentially slightly more infectious disease over into there or not? Peter Scott is collapsing. Now, it's quite bad that Peter Scott is collapsing. And it's not a nice thing, Peter Scott. Oh, you're in a bed at least. You've kind of collapsed into a bed. That's not so bad. Oh, crikey, there's no free bed for required hospitalisation observation. Oh, that's over here. That's in this very room we're looking at, I think. Judy Allen has to go into observation, but we've got no beds. Okay, do you know what? Hang on. Pause time. We can look at that. We can sort that out, because that's just one bed, isn't it? I mean, really, we could do with pushing those a bit closer together. But yeah, that room, where could we put another bed? Where could we put another bed? We could move the plant. We can move the plant. We can move the wheelchair to here and get another bed in over there. I think that's what we could do. Hang on a second. But yeah, that chap who collapsed, the chappie in that bed there, if you could collapse another couple of times, we're going to get given a great big pile of money, which would be very helpful indeed. So if you could just, oblige with that request, thank you so much. Right, so let's move that. Pop that there. The plank can go behind the door, just there. That's okay. I mean, really, do we need 2 sets of doors? Can we put a bed here and a bed there? I think that's what we do, actually. Hang on. Just to make that room a little bit better. Now, the original plan was to kind of expand that room out into there, but I don't think we need to do that. I don't think we need to do that at all. I think this room having, 5 beds in should be okay. I mean, I can't recall the last time we had a little pop-up thing saying that room needs to be bigger. So hopefully adding another 1 bed in should be okay. Another 2 should absolutely be perfect for it. So, okay, so if we then move... I mean, the plank could go... It can't go there. The plant definitely can't go there. Okay, hang on. Put the plant in the wheelchair there for now. And then if we go and grab that and then just go, okay, we'll have that, please. Oh no, it's got a life monitor thing on the wall. Okay, this might be expensive. So $5,000. Okay, it's just over $5,000. So that's not so bad. That's not so bad. We can try to recoup that. That's the problem though, isn't it? We get some money in. You think, oh, we've got some money in. And then all of a sudden, the money goes immediately back out on beds or other bits and bobs. So, okay, here we go. Now, I suppose the only real positive thing that putting the pathology department in did was that it unlocked the Overcure Incorporated insurance people, and they do pay quite a bit of money. So we did have Happy Life down here. They were sending us 9 people, I think it was, and they paid 110. That might have been a bit more. I think our payments are down slightly, but they paid Joe a little bit more than the normal, but not too much. And then we changed it to Overcure because they sent the same amount of people, but they paid significantly more for their treatments. So that's why we've gone for Overcure. That was one good thing that getting pathology in did do. But I think other than that, it's been a bit of a money sink, but never mind. Okay, hang on. Barbara Lewis, you are... What's the problem? You're just waiting. Do you know what? It's fine. It's fine. When that pops up again, I might just change that pop-up to be a thing down here rather than actual pop-up message. Because that's just people waiting in a queue. That's just people waiting in line for something. That's okay. That'll happen quite a lot. So I need to get used to that kind of thing. Right. Okay. So is everything looking like it's ticking over well? How are we looking in terms of over here? So there's loads of beds over here and loads of beds over here that are now empty because, of course, we're getting less people in. We're getting less people coming into the hospital. Kate Brown's having a bit of a collapse. She might have... Oh, I've not seen that one before. Melioidosis. Melioidosis, also called Whitmore's disease, is an infectious disease caused by Burkholderia pseudomallii. Okay, good. Thank you for that information. I'm glad. And it's transmitted by both animals and contaminated soil or water. Okay. Or she could have Lassa fever. Also known as Lassa hemorrhagic fever, is caused by the Lassa virus that is spread specifically by African rats. Okay. Neither sound good, Kate Brown, to be honest. Neither sound like a very good thing. Oh no! And she's just down in the middle of the waiting area over there. Oh dear. Right, okay, at least she's in the right place. I suppose she was in the infectious diseases bit. Christopher Davis is having a collapse. He's got mild frostbite. Someone will sort that out. Chris, it's fine. It's fine. Our people are good at that. They'll sort that out. I think, hang on, how are we looking for room down here in intensive care? Elizabeth Hill is collapsing. Okay, right, it's... Charles Gonzalez is collapsing. Hang on a minute, what's going on? Why are people just constantly collapsing? We've got a bit of room over in intensive care. We've got, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 beds free. Although I think Chappie should be coming here soon. Whatever your name is. Charles Gonzalez, are you here? Are you actually here? Whereabouts are you? Oh, you're already here. Oh, okay. Does that mean that's your second collapse? If you could collapse again, that will be very handy indeed, because if you do, we get given a huge pile of cash from the Overcure people, and then we do get their next objective as well. Because who knows, the next one could be do something else that we've already done, and we'll get a massive pile of money. Okay, right, so we've got to 8 o'clock, day shift goes home, we're down 12,000 monies. I don't think we're going to get that back, are we? We're not going to get that back overnight. That might come down a tiny bit, but I don't see it coming down too much. It might go down to about minus 10 grand, because we do still do stuff at night. We still do x-rays and see people, and there's a pharmacy and such like, I think. Is there a pharmacy overnight? Hang on. Is there a pharmacy overnight? I'm fairly certain there is. Kate Brown has had a collapse. It's okay. It's okay. It's all fine. I think... Hang on. Do we not have an overnight Oh, no, we do have an overnight pharmacy person. Phew. Okay, who is it? Oh, it's Kira Lemongrab. Of course it is. Kira Lemongrab's on the overnight pharmacy duty. Okay, now that's good. That's good. Lisa Johnson just waiting for some transport. That's okay. So then we get through to midnight. We pay out another huge pile of money on bank loans and ambulances. Because we've got to keep those flashy lights nee-new machines up and running. We've got to keep them nice and clean and make sure the paint work looks good on them, make sure they look fancy. So now we're down to 14 grand or minus 14 grand. However, all the staff health has returned to normal. The epidemic outbreak is done, and hopefully we won't get another one of those. But what's it done to our prestige? So prestige yesterday was only at 60%, I imagine because of the virus outbreak, because that's not very good for your hospital's reputation, is it? The fact there's another outbreak. So patient intake today is 69%. That's not good, is it? That's not good at all. So what is struggling? The admin department is struggling. We need to check that toward the end of the day, I would say. I think we have to check that toward the end of the day. The medical labs are still struggling a bit. Quite a few people in the comments said you did hit on the right idea with thinking you need more equipment. So more people is good. More people is obviously useful because they can go and do more stuff. But if you've only got one of whatever those things is there, let's say it's a blood analyzer, shall we? If we've only got one blood analyzer, then if these 3 people need to use it, they've got to wait in turn. So I think that might be the issue. That might possibly be the problem. So maybe we could do with some more kit. I mean, somebody said over here, why not why not build another blood lab over there? Again, I'd love to build loads of things, but we're lacking money. We have no money at all. Also, we've got another kind of spooky wheelchair. Is it above? No, it's not. Why have we got a haunted wheelchair just here? What's going on there? I think when we saw this before, somebody in the comments did say, I think it might be sort of showing you ghost visions of what's on another floor or something. But no, there's just a spooky wheelchair in this entirely enclosed bit over here. Okay, a little bit creepy, but right you are. I mean, how are the queues looking over here? Medical labs, go to there. Oh, okay, that's quite good. I mean, they have had a little while to clear the backlog and such like. So medical labs, how are they looking? They're looking okay. Medical labs are looking okay. Right, so now we're down $37,000 because, of course, we've paid the night shift wages. So we all know what's coming now. We have to get through to 8 o'clock. Then we get the money from all the overnight stays, which is good. So that should help a bit. I don't think it'll get us back onto... Oh, hang on. Oh, come on, give us a little bit more. Oh, my word. Okay, right. I didn't think that was going to happen, but no. We've actually made a decent amount of money right there. That's incredible. I mean, Mary Harris has collapsed, and that's not quite as incredible, particularly not for Mary. And once again, there is a big old queue down here in the pharmacy. People are going to get grumpy about that, aren't they, waiting in the queue? But, to be fair, it's moving pretty quick. The pharmacy people are going very quickly, look. They're flying along $140. That is such a good cash generator. Look at it. Look at the amount of money that's coming from the pharmacy. We're almost... about 10:30 in the morning, we're now over 10 grand. I mean, if we could get over $35,000, if we could pay the day shift wages when it gets to 8 o'clock in the evening and not go into debt, I think at the minute that's a pretty good thing. I think that's a very good thing. And look at that. Prestige is ticking up. It's 90% today. That's really good. Judy, have you collapsed before? Hopefully so, but I mean, in a nice polite sort of way, but hopefully you have, so we can get a load of money from some people. I mean, what's kind of bringing that result down? The medical labs are bringing that down. Hang on. Medical labs. What's going on over here? So 5 people waiting for blood work. So only 5 people. But then, of course, we have upstairs as well. There is a thing over here. Hang on if I can find where it is. They've got 1 person waiting. They've got 1 person. I mean, that's not good. Hang on. Infectious diseases doesn't have a chief doctor. Oh, hang on. We should possibly pick one of those. Has anyone got the management skill? Is anybody a manager of sorts? Hang on. We're just going to look at the staff. How do we do that? The staff table. Okay. So who can we pick? Can we pick anybody? Or is it just... It looks like it's just those 5. So we can pick those 5. So is that the only 5 doctors? Yeah, okay. So it's the top 5 here that we can pick. Yeah, does anybody have the kind of the doctor skill or whatever? Has anybody got great manager? You're an early bird. You are comforting, hard worker, practical, and you live a little bit far away. You don't have the manager thing either. What's that? Good boss. Okay, Theo, it looks like, or Emperor Swing. Okay, Theo or Emperor Swing. I mean, Emperor Swing does have the higher stats between the pair of you. She's a little bit better as Emperor Swing. So, do you know what? Let's go for Emperor Swing. Let's get them as the chief doctor. Sure, I think they do the night shift. But okay, so we'll assign them. So there we go. I completely forgot about that. Right, back to the kind of blood work stuff. I mean, is it worth... I know we haven't got any money. Well, we've got a little bit of money. We haven't got a lot of money to spend on things. But a few people did say, get another blood lab in over here. Is it worth getting that done? What I'm thinking we might have to do is get a blood lab here. And that's okay. That's fine. We can work that there. So we can put a little sort of blood lab in over here. And then maybe, because the pharmacy is getting busy, and the more departments we add in... But then the pharmacy isn't busy now, look. It's busy early on. But I don't think it needs to be bigger. I was thinking maybe expand the pharmacy to there so it gets a little bit bigger and we can have another bank of these things here at the back. But actually, in hindsight, I don't think we need to do that because now the pharmacy is completely empty. There's nobody waiting. So by sort of early afternoon, the queue goes down. So I think really people might just have to be a bit patient. Or if it does get really busy, we could possibly just hire another person. That might help out quite a bit. But I think, yeah, we don't need to build a pharmacy bit. So do we just turn this into a great big lab type thing? Because there is a big bit of space down here doing nothing at all. But I think turning that into one gigantic blood lab might be a little bit excessive. Hang on, how are they doing for queues now? See, look, there's only 2. There's 2 in the blood lab and 3 in the gigantic bacteria lab. And then 1 in the hexagons lab, which obviously everyone knows is the best lab. I don't know what we do with that. I'm not entirely sure. Let's leave it for now. Let's check. Prestige is at 95%. Medical labs are still struggling a little bit. Hang on, it just went up. Medical labs just went from 2.5 stars to 4 stars. Joseph Gonzalez has had a collapse. I think, did you collapse before? Okay, that's good. Right, if everyone could just keep the prestige as it is right now, because it's on 98%. Oh no, Charles Hall. Right, hang on. Blue light Charles Hall. Make Charles Hall be seen immediately. Where are you? You're waiting in, what is that? General surgery. Okay. So hang on. So you are currently, can we follow where you are? You are going in the, you're going to a chair. Oh, you're waiting for results. You're waiting over here. You're waiting for a, there you go. You've got your wee test results. Good. And now you're going to go back and wait for something else. I don't know what you're waiting for now. I'm not entirely sure. Please don't leave, because that'll bring the prestige down. It's on 98%. All we've got to do is just get through to... So I'm not quite sure how it works. Is it the end of the day shift? Or is it the end of the day proper? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, he's leaving, but I think there are tests running. So hopefully that's not going to hammer the prestige too much. It's still on 98%. Okay, that's really good. It's a bit grubby round here. There you go. We do have a clean. We've got Rain P on it. Rain P will do a good job. There we go, Rain P. Do some scrubbing of the floor. It's a little bit of a mess around there. Right. So we didn't quite get enough money to pay the entire day shift wage. But that's not so bad. But the big thing is about this, isn't it? The big thing is about prestige. So prestige has dropped a little bit. Dropped back down to 86% from 98%. Not quite sure why that's happened. Because at the moment, hang on, pause time for a second. All of our things there, apart from orthopedics, are on 5 out of 5 stars. Orthopedics on 4.5 stars. So prestige should be ticking up. If we could just get that up to even more than 90, it's on 98% a while ago. Come on, game. Come on. Give us a little bit of a help with this. We're struggling with the monies and I want to go and build some exciting new things. I want some new wonderful sort of fancy operating lounges and I want to get another one of those in. I'd like to get a 4th isolation room in, but we can't do that with the lack of money that we're dealing with. 90% prestige. It's okay. It could be better. It could be significantly better, but that will have to do. Nancy Baker's just being a bit impatient. That's okay. We'll sort that out, Nancy. We'll look at that in a second. Oh, hang on. Judy, what's going on here? What are you waiting for? Temperature measurement. You need a diagnostic unit. I know you need a diagnostic unit and a person to run it as well. Just hold on, right? Just hold on a second. I'd like to get the next 10 minutes done. Come on, Prestige. Come on, stay there. Okay, Prestige. We ended that day on 90%. Patient intake up to 105%. Okay, that's brilliant. That is precisely what we want. Oh, crikeys. Okay, hang on. Bed required for examination. Urine analysis sampling. Why does that need a bed? That needs emergency. Where are you? Oh, no. Is the ward full over here? I suspect the ward is full over here. Hang on, you've got malaria. That's not good. Hang on, is that ward completely full? Can we go to there and look at that? No, there are 2 beds. There's 2 beds. Why can't she go there? It requires scheduled waiting for a free examination room. Yeah, it is the it's the lack of the other sort of whatever it's called again. What is it? Hang on, out the way, Mary. It's the lack of another diagnostic unit, isn't it? Maybe just hang around for a bit, and when it gets to the daytime, we'll have more people to go and do more stuff. But right now we are struggling a bit with the night shift. But that's okay. That's okay. We're muddling through. But yeah, tomorrow, 105% patient intake. That might help out quite a bit. That might be quite useful. A few people in the comments did say, sell the flashy lights nee-new machines. So they said, get rid of those. That'll be a good thing because that'll get you $35,000 back or whatever. And yeah, part of me does think, yes, that will be quite good. Nancy Walker, just hang on a second. But it doesn't move us any closer to getting quick snap care on board, which I think is key to getting a lot of other stuff done. I think once everything looks a bit more stable, and maybe when we've got a few more Overcure incorporated sort of objectives done, and they're sending more people our way via sort of walking in on foot and via flashy lights nee-new machines, maybe when we've got a bit more sort of those sorted and finances are a little bit more stable than they are now, because I don't know if you've noticed, but our finances are a little bit wibbly right now. But when that is a bit more stable, I think, we do try and get them on board. Because really, we want quick snap care, overcuring, happy life and protect care. I think maybe they're the ones we want. Or at least we get quick snap care to then get their objectives done, to then move the happy life objectives and protect care objectives on. I don't really like the fact they're locked away behind that one there. That's a bit irritating, but never mind. Right, Jane Taylor's collapsing. They'll sort that out. They're very good at sorting out collapses. They happen quite regularly around the place, so they'll be absolutely fine. Okay, we're coming up to 7 o'clock. The night shift are going to get paid. We have no money again. Hooray! Right, so minus $34,000. Again, when we get to 8 o'clock, we're going to get paid the huge amount of money from the overnight stays, which is going to be helpful, particularly if we're looking very busy. It looks quite busy over here, look. So minus 34, minus 17, 15, 12, minus 9. Oh, it wasn't quite as good as yesterday. We didn't make quite as much money as yesterday morning. So we're starting the day. I think maybe by about 9 o'clock everyone's cleared off that is going to clear off. So yeah, we're starting the day minus $7,000 down. But we do have 105% of our patient intake on the way. So got a few extra people coming in, which might help. Even if we get, 5 extra people in. I can't work out what we get in, but even if it's 5 extra people and they pay, whatever, $1,000 each, that's 5,000 money coming our way, which is really good. So, okay, right, let's let time tick on again. There's going to be a lot of just sort of letting time pass by on these episodes because we can't get any money in, which is a bit unfortunate. How's pathology looking? Let's just kind of a quick check. Oh, looking nice and quiet. We've got Dr. RJ over there, just checking his emails, having another little go at solitaire. There is hang on a minute, what are you? There's Nurse Jimmy again, just checking their emails, having another little go at solitaire, maybe Minesweeper or something. Frank Gonzalez is collapsing. Be nice if he could collapse another couple of times. People are very stubbornly not collapsing multiple times, or they're not doing it 3 times anyway. Which is if one of our patients could help us out a bit and oblige, I would be very happy with that. Mary Clark, is there enough free nurses to transport the patient? Probably not Mary Clark, but we're not going to sort it out right now. So, just please be patient with us. I understand your call is important to us. Please be patient. And we've got 3 people in isolation. Okay, so what do we have? So Zika fever for that one there. Then we've got the bubonic plague. Somebody else with the plague. Somebody else is... Oh, not another epidemic outbreak. Hang on a second. You've got pulmonary anthrax. Whereabouts are you? You're just hanging around down here. There's no free bed. I find that it's a little bit harsh saying, oh, hang on a minute. There's no free bed. So, there's been an outbreak. And then after telling you that, it goes, oh, by the way, there's no free bed for that guy. Could you have told me that 20 minutes ago and I could have sorted this out? I could have got another isolation thing in. Oh, now we're back to another 2 days of epidemic outbreak, and that means all of our prestige is going to come tumbling down, and then patient numbers are going to be low, and it's all going to be bad. Botherations! Okay, right. I'm tempted to close the infectious diseases department. I'm very tempted to shut it and just go, do you know what? This was a terrible idea. Hang on. What did that person have? I want to go and check. Oh, crikey. Bird flu. Okay, right. So there's some seriously ill people over here. She's going into there for a little bit of an examination, which is okay. Right, Jane Moore, please collapse multiple times. Sorry, I'm not picking you. I'm not picking on you, but if you could, it would help. Probably a thing that we could solve, but we're not going to save the money, I think. Could we just scrape another few dollars out just before the end of the day? That'd be quite nice if we could. It's coming to 8 o'clock. Yeah, if we could have about 35 grand. Right, Barbara Barkley is collapsing. Now we're just going to go, yeah, people are collapsing. It's fine. Someone will sort it out. But yeah, if we could just have another isolation room set up over there, that would be really helpful. Although it's going to cost quite a bit of money and we don't have it coming in. But the more we might need to invest in the isolation room and then just try and scrape by, because now another person's been left down there not being sent to an isolation room, and there's another 2-day epidemic outbreak, which is a bit of a pain. Oh, I don't quite know what we can do here. We're in a sort of little bit of a catch-22 situation. I'd like to have a great big pile of money so we can get another room over there sorted, hire another doctor, get whatever that is sorted. That's another lab, isn't it? So get that done, sort out the labs downstairs as well. But no. It's not going to happen, is it? Because we're lacking the money to do all that kind of stuff, which is a bit of a shame. And now we're going to get even less money coming in. Oh, look at the prestige. The prestige is at 46%. Can we please just get that a little bit higher? Susan Gonzalez has had a collapse. Oh, dearie me. I mean, yeah, medical labs. I was going to say medical labs is on no stars out of 5. Right, medical labs is creeping up. Intensive care's on no stars. Elizabeth Anderson... What have you got? Oh, you've got a highly infectious disease as well. Whose idea was it to put an infectious diseases department in? Oh, dearie me. Okay, we can't do much with you. So you, with your you've got anthrax and you've got a respiratory syndrome. You're just going to have to kind of wait down here for a bit. Just sort of chill out down here. Maybe just try not to breathe so much. That's my professional medical doctory advice there. Maybe just breathe a bit less. That'd be quite helpful. Then you won't spread the germs around quite so much. I mean, we can't do much about it. We've got no money to build a brand new room over here. So, yeah, okay. Right, hang on. That thing, just put it in the log, please. We don't need to see that. Hang on. Yeah, it's in the log, but that happened at the same time. Oh, crikey. Hang on a minute. Yeah, log, please. Right. All those notifications, please just tell me down here so I can kind of completely ignore them, because I won't look at that ever again. And then that means that in my head, everything's going fine, because all the alerts are going down here and they're not kind of being properly thrown at our face. So yeah, everything's fine. Hooray, everything's all brilliant. Look at that. Oh, apart from that happening. Apart from she can't get doxycycline. Okay, hang on. What do we do with that? That is a DID office, diagnostic unit, and regular ward. Yeah, it's going to be a lack of beds. Now, the only thing I can think of doing right now for a lack of beds is maybe borrowing some from over here, because they've got spare beds and we don't need the fancy stuff. We literally need a bed and a bedside table. So could we just borrow, say, over here? Is there a bulk move? Move a room or select it. It might be better to just move the individual things. or else we're going to start picking up other bits and bobs. So grab that, look, and put that over into here. We can't do the walls and such right now, but you know what? That's okay. I can cope with that. So hang on. So which way round is it? So that like that, and then go and grab... Oh, crikey. Where did we take that from? It was over here, wasn't it? Hang on a minute. Where was it? There. Grab the little bedside table as well and bring that over. Pop that in. Okay, it's a bed. And then we'll take the... we'll leave the important, exciting sort of life-saving machine thing there, because we'll try and replace that at some point. But we will have the bed sort of panel thing as well. Right, so there's another bed over there, which is handy. So hopefully that person can go into there, whoever it was. They can nip into there and it'll all be fine. Barbara Johnson is leaving. We've got a 1-star reputation at the moment. Hooray! What's the patient intel like? 73%. Well, of course it is. Of course it is. Right, okay. Move time on until the morning. Let's just see if we can do anything about our disastrous finances. Oh, this isn't going well, is it? It all looks so good until we put infectious diseases in. And then it kind of all went a bit wrong. We're getting a lot of this going on. Getting a lot of that happening as well. Quick check of the labs. Medical labs. Oh, hang on a minute. That one's got 1 person waiting, so that's not so bad. And down in the actual proper medical labs, that's okay. 3 people waiting for blood work, 1 person waiting to play a game on a hex board. Okay, that's okay. I think that's not too bad. And there you go. Look, 1 result's just gone out, I think. So again, just going to have a quick check. Oh no, still on 3. 1 must have come in as well. But they're working very hard in there. They're proper running around all the time, just sort of frantically doing stuff. Chlorophenenicol. What's that mean? What's that one? That is also a regular ward. Okay, right. What we need to do is, I need to go and grab a load of beds from over here and reappropriate them to put them over here, look. Because infectious diseases is proving to be super incredibly popular. So yeah, we need to get some more beds over here. We need to get more beds. So I'll just go and I'll go and borrow them from over there for now. We'll leave the expensive kind of life-saving equipment there, but we'll have the bed and we'll have the bedside table and we'll just bring them all over here. Okay, there we go. We've borrowed those 3 beds from general surgery. Maybe a sort of a long-term loan, I would say. We might never ever send them back. We might just buy new beds whenever we have money to replace those ones over there. But I think they're okay. There's 3 people over in that ward. And there are a lot of beds. So I think they can cope without the 4 beds we've now taken on a kind of a long-term loan basis. So hopefully that'll help get more people down to here. I mean, yeah, really, ideally, we do need another one of those there, don't we? We do need to get another one of those things. Oh, someone's leaving. Daniel Wright, please don't leave. We need your lovely monies. Okay, not great, but never mind. Yeah, we do need another one of the isolation wards in over here. Just to get that, so you have to bring that risk down of this pesky epidemic thing happening repeatedly. I mean, I don't know what a good amount is. I thought 2 would be okay. 3 clearly isn't enough. So yeah, we need 4, at least 4, if not more of them. But I don't know. I mean, how is that looking already? Fraser Moore, please do multiple collapsing. We've asked this of many of our patients and they didn't oblige. You could be the one, Fraser Moore. You could be the one to do multiple collapses and you'll win a prize. You'll win, I don't know, a lovely night stay in a special hospital ward. Right. Okay. So it's gone to the day shift and we're now $30,000 down. Oh, wonderful stuff. We might possibly get close to breaking even, maybe, possibly, but now our numbers are completely catastrophic. So hang on, so we're down to minus 16, 8, 6, 5, 3. Okay, so yeah, people are still paying up. Okay, that's okay. We're not in red anymore. The bank balance is not in the red, but now, because of the pesky outbreak, we've got a patient intake of 73%, which means we're going to make less money. So right, we're just going to have to run time on. Karen Scott's had a bit of a collapse. Sorry about that, Karen. We're just going to have to keep time ticking on, I think, until that's gone. I think we just run things on until the epidemic is done, and then we'll see what we can do with our sort of our intake of patients. Or, hang on, do we possibly just bite the bullet a bit? David Smith had a collapse. Do we get around $20,000, which we will get. That'll come in by virtue of just stuff happening and people paying for treatments and seeing the doctor and stuff. When we get about 20 grand, do we then just spend some of that on a 4th isolation ward over here? I think that might be what we have to do. I think that might be the best course of action, because it's these that are causing problems. The epidemic outbreaks are causing problems. So if we can just make sure that anybody who comes in with a particularly contagious disease can go into a little kind of isolation room thing, that would be very helpful. So it might cost a bit right now to get it done, but I think in the long run, it's going to save us money. So, okay, let's run time on a bit until we've got at least 20 grand. Oh, hang on a second. Apparently Sarah Young can't have the thing that we've said she's got. Okay, so we said she's got a simple fracture of the femur, whereas actually she's got a leg contusion. Okay, that's a bit embarrassing. Who diagnosed that? Dr. Hoosier. Again. Okay, right. If we had some money, Dr. Hoosier. Do you know what, actually? Hang on. Can we click you and bring you... Oh, we can reassign you to a different person. I kind of want to click you to bring you... Hang on, can we press that? Ah, there we go. Yeah, you're currently infected as well, which is brilliant. Your general medicine is 100%, Dr. Hoosier. Diagnosis 59%. Okay, so maybe, given that our numbers are going to be down, given that we're going to have a few less patients around, could we give you a spot of training on diagnosis? Go and do some training, please. Right, back to Sarah Young. So, yeah, it's not that. It's a leg contusion. There you go. Go and deal with the leg contusion, however you deal with that kind of thing. That's going to be fine. Right, and then also, hang on a second. Where is... Go to here. Go to... Oh, hang on a minute. Where's the people? There it is. Dusty River. Okay, so Dr. Dusty River. General Medicine 93. Diagnosis 26. Okay, so you go and train up in diagnosis as well. I know it costs money, but I think it's important to make sure we get the right thing, the right diagnosis sorted. Okay, so it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're a little bit short of the $20,000 total I would like before we build this. So let's just see if anybody would like to give us a great big pile of money. Okay, there we go. We've got over $20,000. I don't think anybody came along and gave us a great big pile of money. I think we kind of earned it through various little kind of cash accumulations. But okay, whatever the case, we now do have some money to spend. So let's get that all set up. So hang on, we've got 2 of the panels there. I mean, maybe we don't even need those. I'm not entirely sure we need those, but okay, let's go and set this up, shall we? So go to there. Right, so we do need to get the fancy isolation air door in. I mean, I know we don't need one of these, but we've got them over here, and I imagine it does help out a bit. So if we put that in the middle like so, I mean, that's quite a big expense anyway. It's quite a costly thing. And then we'll get one of the isolation wall bits in like that, and the other bit in like that. So at least the room is there, and I think that means we can possibly sell that glass panel. Look at that. We're making money, everybody. Oh, the profit coming in. And then I think as well, there might be a bit of wall sticking out into the... Yeah, okay, we don't want that bit of wall sticking out. If we could remove that sticky out bit of wall, that would be quite nice. There we go. And then go back into here. So we want to get the modern bed. So I think, yeah, we want to put that... Can we... Oh, everything is kind of dropped. Can we make things more... Hang on. Make things more see-through. There we go. That might be a little bit easier. So if we put the bed there, there's just going to be a bit more room in this one. So pop the bed there, then go for, and I know we're trying to save money, but we're going to go for the advanced life monitor because that's what the others have got. So we'll have the advanced life monitor. Oh, hang on. We want to change the colours of everything, don't we? So one of those, and then hang on a minute. It's got to be a properly decorated bed. So like that. And then we need the ventilator. So we'll have that one like that. And then we need the defibrillator. That can go opposite the door, which I think is there, isn't it? So pop that there. Okay, it's a valid thing. Right, hang on, just put that thing on the wall behind the bed. We've still got 10,200 money. I do want to put the other things in that the other ones have got, though. I don't want to kind of, scrimp and save on this. We do want to make it at least half decent. So they've got in the... thing there, they've got in the sanitary equipment, and also they do have the isolation aircon, but we can put that just there. Okay, very nice. And then the final thing we need, obviously, is a lovely plant, and I think they've got those ones, haven't they? In the nice sort of yellowy looking pot. So that can go in down in that corner. Hang on, yeah, is that right? Down in that corner. Is that actually in that room? Feels like it's not there. No, it is in there. Okay, so now we've got a fourth isolation room set up. It's got that thing in there. It's got the kind of little sort of cabinet thing. I think it's got everything the others have got. It's got everything it needs to operate anyway, which is quite good. So that's in. We've got 8,820 money left, but we can now have 4 people in isolation at any one time, which is very good. Hopefully then, those 4 means that our chances of epidemic outbreaks are certainly lessened, if not entirely removed. Hopefully they're going to come down a bit. Oh, look at that. They just paid us $1,100. I like that. Brooke Jackson, waiting for antibiotics, intramuscular antibiotics. Waiting for a free treatment room. Okay, they'll get to eventually. They'll sort it out eventually, Brooke. It's okay. You're over here at the minute. Is that you? Yeah, can we follow you to make sure you get treated? Nip into the loo. I think they should be with you in a second. Go and lie back down. It's okay. Have a little sleep. That's okay. Sleep it off. It'll be fine. But then, yeah, hopefully somebody can come along and deal with that. Waiting for a free treatment room. I assume, I assume it's that room there. I think that room there is the one they want to go to, because that is one of the little sort of the treatment rooms. We need another one down here just to try to speed things along a bit. But okay, never mind. I'm sure they'll sort that out. I'm sure they'll sort it out. Right, here we go. Here comes a gigantic financial hit. And, okay, we're down $20,000 overnight. Everything's fine. Can I keep saying everything's fine and it be believable? I don't think so. Right, hang on. Let's just keep going until, midnight. We'll get to midnight and we'll pay out the money. Oh, hang on. She's collapsed. Okay. Do you want to collapse a couple more times? Oh, that means you're going to go down to intensive care. Although that does possibly mean that that frees a bed up here, which is quite handy. Lisa Anderson. Okay, whereabouts are you? Hang on a second. You are waiting for... What are you waiting for? Hang on, what did it say? Intravenous antibiotics. Okay, whereabouts is that in here? Oh, hang on. There are many available treatments. Where? Oh, there it is. That one there. Oh, no, they need... Hospitalisation isn't available because they need a bed. Really? Oh, it's all the beds over in that ward. Oh, okay. So now all the beds over in that ward are completely full. Have we got a cleaner over here? Do we have a janitor that looks after this? Because there's a particularly unpleasant bit of grotty, mouldy flooring there. What's going on there? Do you know what? We will borrow another bed from over here. Sorry, this department. We're just stealing all of your things. Okay, right, hang on a minute. There we go. Yep, there you go. You've got a bed. You can go to a bed now. Can't be treated. Yes, you can. Intravenous antibiotics. Please go and have a lie down in this wonderful new bed that we definitely didn't steal from another department and put here in an emergency situation. Okay, midnight comes around. Right, the epidemic is over, which is good. The damage to our reputation is still done. So now we're on 60% patient intake and we're $21,500 down before we've even paid off the night shift wages. This is going to be bad. This is going to be very bad. Mark Wilson's having a collapse. I'm sure they can muddle through with Mark. They've done it before. Right, so here we go. If we can make a tiny financial dent in that, it'd be quite nice before we got to the morning. But yeah, we're going to get to 8 o'clock. We are going to be horrifically down on money. This is going to be very bad indeed. And if we get another virus outbreak thing, if we sort everything out and our prestige ticks up and then we get another virus outbreak, I think... that it's going to be curtains. It's going to be because we can't function without money. I can't build anything. We can't do stuff. We're kind of scrabbling around now, trying to... Oh, Dusty Rivers leveled up. Like, yeah, there you go. You've got your 8% increase. We're kind of scrabbling around for beds and cash and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, if we get another epidemic thing, that's going to be really bad. Fraser Clark might possibly leave. It's okay. He can leave. It's fine. Right, so the night shift is done. We are almost... $50,000 in debt. Oh no. Now, when does the game kick us out? Or does the game just not kick us out, but it just lets us carry on but not build anything? Is that how it works? I'm not entirely sure how it functions. Yeah, those people that did say, get rid of your flashy lights nee-new machines. It's a possibility, isn't it? It's a possibility. Why is there a ghost stretcher? Why is there a spooky stretcher out there? Okay, so all the overnight money's gone. And we're 10 grand down. Oh, hang on. Everything's all a bit see-through, isn't it? Hang on a minute. Make things not see-through. Yeah, now we've got a haunted stretcher over there. Fraser Clark's going to come back at some point in the future. That's absolutely fine. Right, so yeah, now we've got all the money from the overnight people, and we're still $10,000 down. But our reputation is now creeping back up a bit. Patricia's having a collapse. That's a bit sad. Okay, so I think let's get through to the end of this day. Try and avoid any kind of epidemic outbreaks again, and we'll see where our prestige is at the end of the day, and that will then dictate how many patients we get in, because 60% is no good at all. That's quite a big problem. So let's hope that we can actually get some good prestige, and then get our patient numbers back up. Oh no, well that didn't last very long, did it? Michael Lopez has now infected everybody. Okay, what happened to you, Michael Lopez? Whereabouts are you? So you are down here. You're down here in the sort of whatever it is, trauma centre, and you've got SARS. Highly contagious SARS. Okay, wonderful. That's brilliant. Are you now going to tell us that there's no beds for him after he's done the infecting? No, you're not. Okay, that normally does happen. Okay, but we didn't move him quick enough. Okay, can we please move him now? Right. So now we have another 2 days of no patients coming in. I mean, this is proper hammering the hospital, isn't it? I can't really see what we can do. I'm not entirely sure how we can get out of this particular financial spiral. I mean, how many beds have we got free up there? There's 3 beds free up here. 3 beds in the isolation rooms, all free, and loads of beds on the ward. Why didn't he get immediately moved up here? Why didn't they go, hang on a minute, he's got SARS or whatever it was. Let's maybe move him into isolation. Why did they just leave him kind of downstairs? Go, I'll be fine, he's alright. He's still not up here now. He's not here now. Why is he not being moved? Okay, right, hang on. This might possibly be a little bit of a problem then. So, waiting for transport to bed. Okay, now again, we get this point where who does the transportation? He's going into an isolation ward, but who does that? Is it a nurse from the infectious diseases department, or is it a nurse from emergency? I'm not entirely sure. You're moving somebody around. So Griff is moving that person around. But Patricia Johnson is also in emergency. So that doesn't really help. That doesn't help clear things up at all. That's a bit unfortunate. Okay, I don't really know who moves you. Do you know what? We'll keep an eye on you, because at some point somebody will come along to move you. I mean, at the moment, you're just spreading your lovely SARS germs all over the place. I've even blue lighted this. Can we please move this person? Somebody move Michael Lopez. Put him in isolation. We built lovely new isolation wards for this very purpose. And no, he's been left here for, I mean, what's that? That's 4 hours after the whole sort of outbreak began. He's still there. Nobody's moved him. I've tried to blue light it, to code blue it. Still nothing. Right. I don't know who moves him around then. I assume it's the nurses. Hang on then. Why don't we go up to here? We're going to hire a new person over in infectious diseases on the day shift. So, hang on a minute. The nurses are over here. So, yeah, there is only one nurse. Yeah, that might be potentially a problem. There's one nurse. Okay, yeah, I think I might be able to identify what's happening there. So there's one nurse trying to do all this stuff. Right. Maybe we should sort that out possibly. Let's hire another nurse, and they might be able to do some stuff. I mean, we're so in debt anyway. Why don't we get Brooke Lewis? Brooke Lewis, patient care, 44%, receptionist 40. I don't care about that. Hang on. I'd rather have clinical nurse specialists in. 36, 48, 30, and 4%. Okay, so 48%. You do have dirty feet, Richard Young, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, and you're going to get worn out really quickly. I don't want to spend money on refreshing the list. I don't want to spend money on doing that because we can't really afford that luxury anymore. Maybe Richard Clark. Maybe Richard Clark could come in. You're okay at patient care. You're okay at doing the clinical nurse specialist stuff. And you're a hard worker. You don't take free time breaks. I know that's not an ideal thing. I know that's not great. Lots of people in the comments keep saying, oh, hard workers not particularly good because they just burn out by the end of the day and they're exhausted. But we haven't got much choice. These 3 have got hard worker and Richard Young has got dirty feet and fresh parent. Well, that's not... Dirty feet's okay. Not so bothered about that. Do you know what? We're going to go for Richard Young. He's got dirty feet. We've got janitors. Fresh parent. Rest levels decrease faster. You'll just go and have a little sit down a bit more often. Richard Young, in you come. Please help Richard Young. However, because we have a new person, this does mean we need to go, say it along with me everybody, to the Wheel of Names. And the Wheel of Names landed on Nova Lux. So there we go, Nova Lux. Welcome to the Infectious Diseases Department. You're going to get a stretcher/wheelchair. That's very handy. Can we actually watch what you're up to? Can we please make sure that you're doing the stuff that we want you to do? Hang on. That is you there, I believe. So yeah, let's make sure that you're actually doing what we want you to do. So you're going over here. You're going to grab a wheelchair. Are you going to get the infectious person that's been waiting? No, you're getting somebody from over there. Please move the highly infectious person around. David Anderson's having a collapse. And you've put that back. Now you're moving another person around. Yeah, maybe we need more nurses and doctors around it. A little bit of emailing going on. Please move the person that's downstairs. That's horrifically, horribly contagious. Yeah, maybe we are the architects of our own downfall here. Maybe we should possibly pay more attention to this. Okay, so coming up to the end of the day shift. $17,990 down at the end of the day shift. That's going to go down. It's going to be less than minus 50 grand, isn't it? Oh dear. Have we finally... Oh no. Nova Lux has gone home. Oh, that person's moved. That person's no longer there. Somebody else must have got them. Maybe the other nurse on the day shift got them because Nova Lux was doing other bits and bobs. Possibly that's what's happened. Oh, dearie me. Oh, look at this. Remember when we built all this? When we had money? Oh, that was fun. Dana Foster. Okay, you can't have tennis elbow. Apparently that's not quite right. It's either elbow bursitis or golfer's elbow. Okay, so it's not that. How about then? Hang on, what's going to help with that? What's going to help diagnose these things? I don't know. Something to do with your elbow. Okay. So, hang on, was it not golfer's elbow? Oh, no, it wasn't that. It was something else with your elbow. I forgot what it was. How about you have a USG? Yeah, go for one of those. That sounds like a good medically thing to happen. Can we watch as that happens? I think you're having it right now. That's quite prompt. At least that's kind of working in the hospital. There's no money to do anything, but at least that was quite quick. And now you're going to get seen over here. Okay, this is working pretty well. Dr. Damon is all over it. It's golfer's elbow. Okay, so can you please give us a huge pile of money for that diagnosis? Thank you so much. Into the pharmacy. Please give us lots of cash. That was how much cash? $20. Not good enough, Dana Foster. Not good enough at all. However, prestige up to a colossal 69%. Oh no. What's that going to do to our patient numbers for the next day? Patient intake 79%. Do you know what? It's been worse. Okay, it's coming up to the dreaded 7 o'clock in the morning. Our finances are not going to be pretty after this. Minus 45 grand. Do you know what? That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be less than 50 grand. So, do you know what? That's quite a positive. Hooray, there's a tiny financial plus. Right, so then we need to go through again to 8 o'clock and hope that loads of people give us money. There's quite a lot of people over here. There were an awful lot of people over in the sort of regular ward in infectious diseases. So hopefully a lot of them can clear off and pay us a huge pile of money. Down to minus 23, 22, minus 20. Fraser Jones is collapsing. Okay, right, so we're on minus 21,201 monies. And I think all of the... Oh, this is just terrible. This is not going well at all. This is why I shouldn't be put in charge of a hospital. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what we can do to recover from this, apart from sell the flashy lights nee-new machines. But then, of course, we're going to get less people coming in. So hang on a minute. So at the moment, we get, from uninsured, we get 3 people coming in via flashy lights nee-new machine. And then from cheaper care, we get 2. From liver TY, we get 1. Okay. So if we sell one of our flashy lights nee-new machines, we've still got 2 machines to bring in 3, 4, 5, 6 people. That should be plenty. I know it's not moving us closer to that goal, but I think we might have to do this for financial stability. This pains me. Oh no, but the thing is, which one do we get rid of? Oh no, which one do we make go away? Do we get rid of... Oh, that one... Okay, right. I think the process has become simpler because now there's only 1 here. Oh, I'm really sorry, exciting flashy lights nee-new machine with purple stripes and a purple thing there, but you might have to go. I don't want to get rid of you. This is terrible. This is not what I wanted to happen. But yeah, if we remove that, hang on, how do we sell it? How do we sell one of these? I'm not entirely sure how we sell an ambulance. Hang on. No, we're too high up. There we go. We go down a floor. I'm a bit concerned that we might not get the money back. Hang on, I might go and drop a quick save. I'm just going to do a quick save because if we sell that and don't get the money back, then that's that's double trouble, isn't it? That's going to be a disaster. So hang on, let me just go and do a very quick save. Okay, there we go. The save is down. So now we bid a very sad farewell, albeit temporarily. I think we're going to buy it back in the long run when the hospital makes money again. But for now, we're going to wave a sad farewell to the flashy lights nee-new machine with the lovely kind of purpley stripes. Farewell, flashy lights nee-new machine. We'll see you again soon. So there we go. Click that. Oh my goodness me. Right. We're now up to $20,000. It's not much, is it? It's not very much at all. But if we could just keep that ticking up. How are we looking in terms of this? Patient intake. Yeah, 79% isn't too bad. It's not brilliant, but it's not too bad. I mean, I'm tempted. Do we get rid of another one? Do we get rid of another one and hope that one flashy lights nee-new machine, please have multiple collapses, Judy Martin, is able to cope with 6 people? I'm not entirely sure it is. I don't think one could cope because they take a while to get out there and pick them up and do their best to treat them wherever they are and all that kind of stuff. So I think maybe they would struggle a bit if there was only just one of them. But we're coming up to the end of the day and we've still not got enough money to pay the day shift. So if we could just get about 40 grand by the end of the working day, that'd be great. But then, of course, we get to pay the night shift, and then the money goes tumbling back down again. So, okay, right, let's just run time on. Let's get to 8 o'clock and just see how much money we're not going to have. Okay, so 7:30 in the evening. Paul Adams is having a little bit of a collapse, but I'm sure they'll sort that out, Paul. It's fine. But the money is sort of looking okay. However, if we hadn't have sold the flashy lights nee-new machine, I dread to think what that would have looked like. I mean, it would look like 35 grand less, wouldn't it? It would have been significantly less than that. I mean, that thing, selling that has possibly saved us. That might well save us because now we're going to get to 8 o'clock. We can pay the day shift wages and we've got 3,000 monies left. Yay! And then, of course, the night shift wages are going to be required in, whatever it is, 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. And then that's going to come down. Then we get the money from the overnight people again. And then we'll see if we can actually begin to make a little bit of money. Judy Martin. Oh, hang on. Judy Martin's collapsed before. Also, she's got the pneumonic plague. Is she in the right place? I know she's down in intensive care already. She's collapsed once already. Oh, Judy Martin, please collapse a third time. That'd be really good if you could. Not for you, of course. We'll save you. We'll be on standby. Go on, just have a little collapse. Just a teeny tiny collapse. I mean, look, there's a doctor right there. We've got Gary. Gary's right there. Gary Z or Gary Z right there, waiting to make sure you're okay. Oh, Kate Williams is having a collapse as well. If Kate could do some more collapsing. Come on, folks. Come on. I'm looking at you, Judy Martin. We know you've had 2 collapses. Just a third one would just help us out a great deal. Think of it. It's like a public service. It's a service to your beautiful hospital here that's keeping everybody alive and looking after all these people. Just don't be selfish, Judy. Come on, just do a little bit of a collapse, why don't you? Okay, so midnight comes around. We spend money on our bank loans, but a little bit less on the flashy lights nee-new machines because we're paying less maintenance. Obviously, that's quite good. So okay, we've saved a bit of money there as well. And the epidemic is over again until the next one begins, which will probably be, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning over breakfast or something. I don't know. They'll serve up some lovely breakfast cereal and a touch of epidemic as well. I'm not sure. But okay, we'll wait and see. Hopefully then, fingers crossed. Again, everybody cross your fingers and your toes. Are you doing it good? Right, cross all the other things. Hopefully we can now not have any outbreaks. Hopefully now we can steer away from the virus outbreaks and then we can get our reputation back up, get more prestige, get more people coming through the doors, and then hopefully our money can fly upwards. That would be wonderful. However, we're just going to see the money tumble downwards, albeit temporarily, I think. Because, yes, it's going to get 7 o'clock. We pay the night shift. We're going to be down 23,000 monies. Now we get to 8 o'clock. It's like a pattern forming here, isn't it? There's a bit of a pattern forming. Hang on. What's that person got? You've got a broken arm. Okay. You can't spread a broken arm. It's okay. It's all fine. Good. Nancy Wilson is collapsing. Oh no. You want Judy Martin to collapse. Come on, Judy. Just one more little tiny collapse. Right, so if we get to 8 o'clock, minus 23, $247, $252. Okay. That was 4.5. Okay, right. It's ticking up in the right direction. It's going in the right direction. We've got 93% patient intake. Right. Hopefully, things can now get back to normal. Although, we might have to keep our eye down here on things. Nancy Barkley's collapsing. All the wrong people are collapsing. Might need to keep our eye on this bit down here, just to make sure that we don't get somebody infectious in, and then just kind of leave them hanging around. So you've got potentially lots of things wrong with you. Let's just keep an eye on that. You're dehydrated. Kate Hall is collapsing. Deary me. Right, but okay. Let's just make sure there is anything down here potentially infectious. Doesn't look like there's anything kind of diseasey over there. That's quite good. Right, what have you got? Okay, you've got a hurty leg and you've got tuberculosis. But it's not infectious, I don't think. I don't think you can... So it's not seriously infectious. So you can't spread it to other people easily. Okay, right. It's all looking good. It's all looking good. It's lunchtime. We've got 15 grand. I mean, is that good? I'm not entirely convinced. Oh, but now it looks like we're slipping back into our old ways because we've got $30,000 right now, but it's coming up to the end of the day shift. So that's going to go down to minus $5,000-ish. So I think we pay about 35 grand, don't we, in the wages. So we'll see what that goes down to. Minus 8,000. We spend a bit more now. Oh, no. Right, so now we're $8,605 down. We're going to get a little tiny bit back overnight. But of course, we're going to get to midnight, pay out the bank loans, pay out the maintenance on the 2 flashy lights nee-new machines. And then we're going to pay the night shift people. And then the day shift people have got to come on. And then we're going to get the money at 8 o'clock. And then we need to see what that gets to. Rachel Thomas is collapsing. Okay, please do it lots of times. That will be super helpful. Did that lady recover? Oh, botherations, that lady recovered. I mean, hooray, that lady recovered. Wonderful news. Right, so here we go. Midnight coming into day 64. We're down $7,500. Not ideal. Let's hope we can get a little tiny bit back. I think there was something coming in just there. So try and just get a teeny tiny bit of money in across the night shift. And then we'll see what money we haven't got left remaining in the morning. Okay, here we go. Massive financial drop on the way. Minus $33,000. However, prestige was pretty good yesterday. 90%. Patient intake today up to 105%. Very good indeed. And we're going to get to 8 o'clock. We know the deal with this by now. This is like a regular thing. This is what we do now. We just sit and watch this number. So it's got to 8 o'clock. And look at that. That's not so bad. That could be a lot worse. Okay, and it's still ticking up. It's still ticking. Okay, get to about 9 o'clock. I think that's when all the sort of overnight paying people have actually paid up by then. Right, about $10,500, and it's 9 o'clock in the morning. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's not perfect. It's not ideal. I'm not entirely sure what we can do to solve the problem that we find ourselves in. I mean, it might just be selling some stuff. We might have to sell another flashy lights nee-new machine, try and stabilise the finances. But yeah, we need that to go up. We need more prestige. We need more reputation. We need these to kind of tick up. We need more of these things. We've got those 3 maxed out. They're sending lots of people to us, but we need more. We need more people coming in. Like we need more from 10 from Overcure. Could you start sending, say, 15 or whatever? But yeah, we can't complete that objective. That objective is actually quite difficult to complete. A patient doesn't normally collapse 3 times. We might have seen it. We might have seen it possibly, but I can't recall. But that's quite tricky to do. And then we can't do these down here either. We can't do the accident events, the epidemic events, because we haven't got enough money to buy 5 flashy lights nee-new machines. So we are a little bit stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. Just kind of struggling to make ends meet, as it were, which I realise probably isn't that exciting in terms of a YouTube video. I realise, just sort of us kind of constantly doing the same thing every day, waiting for money to come in and just occasionally fiddling about with things might not make the most engaging thing. So we'll see what we can do next time. It might be the case that we just take out a huge, massive bank loan. We just kind of, that's it. The final roll of the dice. We go to the bank. We go, hello. I know we've borrowed 120 grand from you right now, but we've kind of spent that on plans. So can we please borrow another 120 grand? So we go completely bonkers, maybe even more. We get those 3 ambulances in. So we buy back the purple ambulance. We get 2 more. So we get 5 flashy lights nee-new machines. We get access to these people here to Quick Snap Care. We do whatever their first goal is really quickly. And then we try and work our way through these things here. We try and get Happy Life and Protect Care slightly increased in terms of objectives. Maybe there's some more people via the flashy lights, nee-new machines, all that kind of stuff. That might be the final roll of the dice. Because I can't quite see how we can recover. We're not making enough money. It's not kind of working properly. So we'll see what we can do when we come back next time. But yeah, we'll finish up for the moment with things looking a little bit precarious in terms of the finances. But you know what? It could have been a lot worse. So at least we tried to sort of, mitigate the disaster a little bit. But yeah, when we come back, we'll see what we can do. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in Project Hospital. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. Right, if we connect to there and open the door, we're going to get vaporized by this laser. And there's an electronic thing, which looks like a sad kind of Game Boy. I'm a tiny little sort of stick person in a computer. I can't steer the train as such. And look, we are outside and we're in a gutter. Oh, happy days. Hello, Leaf.